So my name is Myndset. I'm the president and founder of the Myndset, and my job is about speaking, telling stories, and moving people to get digital.
Brilliant. Could you tell us what the first record you ever bought was?
Well, it was Ziggy Stardust. I remember well, and I remember putting it around in a piece of extra plastic to protect the album, so that I could keep that artwork on the outside.
What condition is it in now?
Well, there's a sad story about this. So I'm a digital guy, and I kept on wanting to upgrade for the best quality music. And so what I would do is I would go and get the next white album in the DAT and the DVD or the whatever in the different formats. And so I ended up moving so often that I left my albums at my mum's place because I felt there was just too much encumbering around. And one day, in a fit, I decided to put all the albums on the street. Yep.
There's a heavy pause there from my side. Yeah.
But you know what? No. And I've been pausing ever since.
But the street is a much better place to put them than to be selling them on or whatever. At least there's a way of it sort of passing on.
It was a passing on, but let's say
you regret
there's a
it.
regrettable element to that. But so here's the deal. I feel that peer-to-peer sharing of music at the end of the day is my sort of way of getting back on the fact that I've been every decade buying a whole new set of music.
So here's an experience that you can't just leave on the street. Your first ever live performance. It's a memory that you keep forever.
So that was in London, and I was at boarding school in Windsor, and I went to see Status Quo, and it was the Rainbow Theatre. And that was just a really fun. So you want to?
Sorry.
It's just we're recording.
Sorry.
We're just filming.
For post-production. So I went to see Status Quo at Rainbow Theatre, and it was 1981, and it was just a wonderful performance. I remember going with some friends in a small little mini. A couple of weeks later, I went to see my very first Grateful Dead concert at the same show, at the same theatre, at the Rainbow Theatre.
Very nice. And so why, for you, do you think that music is so important to brands?
Well, I think that a lot of brands, it's more important than brands recognize for themselves. I think that a lot of companies, a lot of brands tend to make very aesthetic, very professional environments and have difficulty integrating music into their workspace. I think of it first and foremost at the workspace, because when you have people who are engaged and excited and moving, it's much more of a vibrant community and they're more passionate, probably about helping drive the business. Then afterwards, there's what type of music does your brand have in terms of its DNA and the type of messaging you send out. So I think there's a whole voice that you can develop in the way brands express themselves. And I'm not talking just about the underlying music of an ad, but the way a brand is. What type of music do we like as a brand and the values that band likes to have. I'm particularly a fan of the Grateful Dead, and I follow them around a lot, and the company I used to run called Redken in the United States, I was explicitly looking at the types of values that we had at the Grateful Dead and how could we integrate that into a corporate environment, albeit we were owned by L'Oreal, so obviously in a very corporate structure. But what we looked for is to find a way to personally engage and use the same type of values that the Grateful Dead used to espouse for the way we ran our business.
Brilliant.